another episode of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. Now, of course, in our last episode, we sadly went out of the Champions League, and it was a bad time for all at the club, really. I was disappointed, but we can only rebuild and go again next year. That's basically all you really can do in those sort of situations. So, with that in mind, of course, we had some league games to attend to, and of course, we've got the derby today. Now, since then, we've we've gone back to where we were in the league. I mean, as you can see, we had that. The drop points against Radnik Serdulica was a bit of a shame, but sometimes you're just going to have that happen. We've been right back on form, although there were still some disappointing scorelines around about this. So first off, we started off away at MacLeod, and Ephraim Maman just will not stop scoring. Christ on a bike. He cannot stop it, and I think he could genuinely have a give it a go of being the top scorer in this division, and that would be quite something to have two quality seasons like that. Ashraf also scored an absolute long-range belter, which was fantastic, and then Ljubisa Tufedzic made it 3-0 with a cluster of goals, and then we're done. It was just sort of in, out, clean, simple, a nice 3-0 win. Now in our next game, it was a very strange one, in fact, in the sense that we kind of got all the scoring out of the way early. Tufedzic gave us the lead, Sadibi made it 2, Toshka made it 3, Sadibi then added a fourth on half an hour before Ephraim Mama. We were 6-0 up at half time in this one, and in the second half did absolutely nothing. And unfortunately, Georgi Sunsnya and Strahinja Bosanac was able to make it to give 2 goals back for Jagodina. Very disappointed in us to actually let them score twice against us, considering we'd been on a good run, and I really do want that part of the tank achievement at some point in this. But 6 more goals on the score sheet is never a bad thing. Next up, we had the Cup at home against OFK, and I wanted to just get a decent win so we could go away in the second leg and rest the entire team. And as you can see, we had 49 shots in this match, and only managed to win this 4-0. Sadibi, Maman, an own goal, and Ales Ulia with the goals, but it's great to see Maman just continuing to score goals. He's got an average of a goal a game lately, and that's great to see, and it means that we could then rest players for the away leg in this, which was always important, just to make sure that we got to the final. In our next match, we had a home game in the league against Proletar Novi Sad, and it was a relatively similar type of they did nothing in this one. An own goal put us in front, and it took a little while, but in the second half we came out like a shot. So DB making it 2-0 before Ljubisa Tufedzic, who really does seem to have found a bit more scoring form. Obviously he missed a lot of the first half of the season, but he's come back and he's in good form, and he's trying to earn himself a place in this team, and that's difficult at the moment, considering some of the strength we've got in the midfield. So it's good to see that he's actually getting a place still, which is always nice. So a 3-0 win, all round very, very comfortable. I mean, what more can you expect from that? Next up, we had the away leg of the Cup, and of course I played a weakened team, but that did not stop Lucas Eckel from trying to justify yet more picking. I mean, he scored he scored a haul, and he scored a hat-trick in the last 2 episodes. He's really banging the goals in, and he's going to start forcing his way into the team, and that's what I like, and I'm glad he's there. Toshka also got himself a brace. We can't gloss over the fact that Toshka also managed to score himself a couple, but it's just not looked like the same player of seasons gone by, which is a bit of a shame, because he's a solid performer for us, and he just hasn't been able to. I mean, obviously injuries haven't helped him, but I'm just not entirely sure. I really want Lucas to step up. I have actually sent Lucas out on loan to Malmö for the rest of the season, though, just to get him some constant first-team football, and hopefully he can come back next season fresh, basically, because we don't really need him at the moment, so it would be good to just get him some opportunities. Next up, away at India. Bear in mind, second place in this league. Well, not anymore. Ales Ulia and Ephraim Maman just destroyed them in this game. Both the wingers got, inside forwards, 2 goals apiece. Just fantastic performances from Ulia and Maman, and I mean, India did nothing. And bear in mind, this is the second place team. We're just absolutely nowhere near us in any way. And that leaves the league looking like this. We've got 61 points from our first 21 matches. We are 20 points clear at the top of the league with a game in hand. Meaning that if we were to win this game against Partizan today, actually, I mean, we can't quite win the title today. It's very, very close. Obviously, we're going to win it, you'd feel. But of course, we can't technically win it today, I don't think, because of the way things are going. We've still only conceded 9 goals in 21 matches, which ain't bad. I just wish we hadn't conceded that brace against Jagodina. Maman's got the best average rating and has obviously got 16 goals in the league as well, which is great to see. Sadibi's got the most assists with 13 as well. Ashraf and Adamenko with 12 and 10 each, though. Arguella with the most clean sheets. To have 15 clean sheets from 21 matches, he's only conceded in 6 games, which is mental. So there you go, that's that. We've had to reschedule one game against Bachka Balanka. We got the option to it because we had so many players out, and we actually took it, and that's good. It enabled us to you know, we never know, we could have slipped up there, basically. So let's take a little look at the squad this time. Let's make sure we actually do that. So top scorer, 18 goals for Efrain Maman in 25 appearances. Sidibe has 17 in 25. Toshka, 25 and only 14. That's saying something. And Ulia's got 13 in 15 starts. I'm really enjoying his work this year. Eccles got, I mean, look at that, 10 goals in 5 starts and obviously 3 substitute appearances. He's going to force his way in. I might start just giving him random starts now for the rest of the season just to see what else he can come up with. Savicevic has 10, which is always good, and Burez has done okay as well on that front. As for assists, Ashraf has the most overall with 16, which is pretty damn good. Ulia's got 11 though, and that's really solid work from him. And that's one area that I think Maman could maybe do with a little few more, but he's still doing okay. Player of the match, Ulia has actually got the most with 7. He's just come out of nowhere. Again, not particularly brilliant on paper, potentially, but for me, stats-wise, he's actually a very, very solid player, and I'm really happy to have him on board. Let's see, yellow cards, Kone and Bazavira with 7 apiece. Red cards, Adamenko and Scala with 1 each. Average rating, Kahure, I mean, Ulia's the one that sort of played the most games and could be considered the most there. He and Maman pretty much sharing that. Aerial challenges, Sidibe has 51. Key passes, Kofi with 136. That's nice, that's good, considering he's not even played that many games. Key tackles, 20 for Bazavira. Interceptions, 240, and of course value is Efrain Maman, joint at the top with Toshka. That's just how valuable he is, despite being only a 3-star player. That 18 finishing is shocking, and it's very, very useful for us. So, let's get into today's game. It's the Partizan derby. It's always important to win this one. We're the home team, so you'd feel like we would do. You know, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't do it. Let's just do a quick pick. Savicevic in instead. I don't know. I'm tempted to put Ulia in, although is it a matter of fitness? It's probably a matter of fitness, so we'll run for it today. I'm also going to go and take a little bit of a risk here, and I'm going to start Eckel up front instead of Toshka, but I am going to put Toshka on the bench, of course, in place of Burez. I just want to see if Eckel can do it when he's, you know, under real pressure. I know this is a bit of a risk, but we're in a sort of situation where we can afford to take a little bit of a risk or two. And given how well he's played lately, I feel like he deserves this kind of chance. So, you know, I feel like we could be on for a record points tally this year if we can win our remaining games. That'd be good as well. You know, we've always had those little niggly draws that we've dropped, and I think we're getting close to a point where we can win every single game in the league, which is good, albeit boring to watch, which is why I'm trying to avoid showing it as little as, trying to make sure that we show it as little as possible, essentially. Savicevic, wow, he's just going to run straight at them, isn't he? Oh, I thought he was just going to go straight in and score there. We still need to make sure that we beat teams like Partizan. That's the biggest challenge we have every season domestically, is always the game against Partizan. But here we go, Ashraf with the ball in, and it's cleared away, and Ashraf should be able to win that, but he's decided to just let them win it instead. That was poor, and more poor defending there. Come on, guys, you're better than this. You are better than this. But luckily Bazanvira has mopped that one up. They had several chances to clear that, and they failed to take them, which is a bit disappointing. Arguello should be able to pick out a decent pass from here, though, you'd feel. Can he pick out Eckel? No, he can't. Well, Eckel's won the header, but I don't know if it's going to be leading to anything. Savicevic now. Into Sidibe. Will he turn and shoot? Turn, and it's shot, but it's clipped over the bar by the goalkeeper. That's better. We've looked better. Obviously, we're going to be better than them, but we do need to get on the score sheet as quickly as possible. Bazanvira, and it's a bit of a goalmouth scramble there before the ball is eventually picked up. We're doing our best so far, but I'd like to see a little bit more out of us. It feels like this game's running a little bit slow. If I put the... Oh, that's right. Whoa, we just scored. I wasn't even paying attention there. Who scored it? Lubisa Tufedzic, 7th goal of the season, considering he's only played. You know, he's missed 3 or 4 months with that calf injury. I think it was a calf injury. To come in and score 7 goals, not bad. Not bad at all. It's definitely noteworthy, that's for sure. Hopefully, yeah, and 23 clear of Partizan. Oh, it was a free kick, I see. Was this just dropped straight into him? Savicevic with the ball in, and Tufedzic with a... Looked like he headed that in off the back of his head, but it doesn't matter, because he's scored his 7th of the season, and we do lead against Partizan, and that's all that's important, really, is beating our local rivals. That's really what we're looking for here. Bazanvir with a big tackle, Tufedzic mopping up nicely. Ashraf's got support out wide, and lovely ball into the channel, but Eckel wasn't ready for it. I'd like to see him show me why he should be starting games. Here we go, on the ball, Eckel knocking inside, will he be able to shoot? Drops it short for Sidibe, and it's 2-0 to us on 20 minutes. Eckel with the assist, if nothing else, and Sidibe, he's such a consistent goal scorer for us. It's amazing how he does that. But I suppose it's because he can play both inside forward and as a striker. Eckel does well to go around 2 of them here. Maybe a little bit too unselfish there. Maybe he should have gone for goal himself. I'd like to see him get on the score sheet today, if at all possible, because it would start to prove. Admittedly, I will still give him plenty of game time towards the back end of the season, I think. Because I still think he's got a lot to offer, and as we've seen, you know, 10 goals in 8 appearances, only 5 of which were even starts, is quite something. You know, 2 hat-tricks this season, and obviously one of those wasn't even a hat-trick, it was a haul. Adamenko's ball outside to Ashraf. Can he pick a decent pass to Vicevic? And that looked like it could have been a penalty, but nope. Kaspers has actually won a cap for Germany as well. That's worth noting. Considering he's playing for Red Star, he's got himself a cap for Germany, which is very, very impressive. Hopefully it's the first of many. He's still not exactly old yet. Maman now. Must be one of the best players Israel have. Sidibe with the ball through. Eckel. Oh, well played. Lucas Eckel there. That was incredible. I liked that a lot. I hope this isn't... Is this actually on key highlights? Yeah, it is. The reason I like that so much is because he didn't shoot. He actually tried to lay that off for Ephraim Maman, who's got a habit of thumping them in from long range or just from tight angles. Sidibe with the flick on header and it's over the bar. But for the moment, we are in total control of this match, and that is exactly how I like it. And I'd like it to, in theory, stay like that if it could. I'm not entirely sure what to go from. Apologies if I sound a little bit lethargic, guys. I don't really feel that well today. I'm feeling very lightheaded, and so it's making it a little bit difficult to concentrate, if that makes sense. It's Bank Holiday Friday as well. I think we'll just stick with the standard sort of no silliness. We'll just concentrate on getting in the second half, and I'd like to think we've got a couple more goals in us, though. 2-0 is good, and it's worth what we've done so far, but I feel like there's more in us if we can try to push in this second half. Maybe get Lucas Eckel on the score sheet. He's got himself an assist, and that's lovely, but I want to see him score for us. I want to see him justify the position of actually starting games in the important ones. Like, he started a lot of sort of less important games, and that's good, and it's proven that he can score goals against weaker teams, but I want to see what he's capable of against better sides. Obviously, we can't judge him based on one performance. That would be absurd, but he needs to step up sooner or later. Pantic here for Belgrade. Belgrade, really? Partizan. Kone's gone through the back of him there, but he's won the ball to Fedzic, out to Savicevic. There's a good ball in behind here if he can pick it out. He's gone for Sidibe. There's so much space out wide for Maman. He's into the box, but will he be able to shoot? He's gone through everybody, and I'm... Oh, come on. Oh, wow. Are we about to get a player sent off for diving? Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? That's a joke. That's actually the third time I've seen a player sent off for diving. I actually had it happen on my Outcaster Icon save. I got two players sent off in the same match for diving. Alright, doesn't matter. We can just... Yeah. Doesn't really make much difference to us. We're still going to dominate this game. Just irritating to see Man sent off for diving. I thought we were going to win a penalty there. But that's a shame. We'll still dominate them with 10 men, though. That's the thing. We've actually gone on to score more goals sometimes when we're down to 10 men. Teams think they can come at us and then they end up getting caught out. Then again, Partizan are better than those teams. Ashraf does well there. He's got to be careful. I don't want to go down to 9 men. To Fedzic into the channel here for Eckel. He's got support, but it's taking its time to get into the box. Ball across. So DB on the back post, and well, Eckel's scored. Well, Eckel hasn't scored, but he has provided 2 goals. And I would still consider that to be good strike play from him. He's bringing his teammates into the play. He may not be banging the goals on himself today, but 2 assists. And Sidibe there with the 2 goals as well. We're looking like probably a man of the match type of performance. Probably about time we did make some changes. I'm thinking Ulia on for Savicevic just because it is Ulia and he's brilliant. Kofi in the middle, probably on for Kaspers, who's not had the best game. And we'll just leave it at that for now. I'm tempted to leave Eckel on, but maybe... Actually, yeah, since we've only got one striker now, we may just leave Eckel on. So if we were to, win 3-0 after getting a man sent off as well, it would be pretty damn good. Nice to see Sidibe actually get a hat-trick in this game if he can. Lovely ball out wide to Ulia. He's got overlapped, perhaps? No, he's lost out there. And looks like it's about to be 10 men apiece here. I personally didn't see a foul there. Looked to me like he won the ball, but we'll take it and we'll play 10 aside for the last 10 minutes and maybe even nick a goal in that period. Milos Djukanovic is sent off for Partizan. Not what they would have liked, but, I don't think it really matters what they want at the moment. We're in a situation where if we win our next game, we are champions. So that's kind of cool as well. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get towards that sort of goal tally of last... Obviously, the goal tally of last season is longer. We're never going to get near that. But I'd like to think that we're still going to be able to sort of get like 110 possibly in the league. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait around for ages for us to actually take the free kick. Here we go. Kofi over the ball. Oof, and it actually deflects directly to the goalkeeper. That is very convenient. He'll thank his lucky stars for that. Adamenko bombing forward here. Eccles still in the box, though. Goes back to Sidibe. It's a poor touch initially, but it's come across and Eccles... The chance was there. He scores that, and I think there's an opportunity for him to potentially be man of the match then, because he'd have had a goal and 2 assists. But I'm sure he'll still take 2 assists. He's certainly going to be playing at least sort of an 8, if not even higher than that. And that's definitely... He's put in a good shift. If nothing else, he has put in a good shift for us tonight. And he's got a couple of assists, and that's always good. It looks like we're going to get a 3-0 win, and that's not it's not our biggest result over Partizan, but it's another clean sheet, which is crucial. And remember, we played, a little spell of this game with 10 men, albeit it is now 10 aside. But it's another clean sheet, another solid performance, despite not playing a full-strength strike force, really. Although I'm starting to consider Lucas... Eccles to be more full strength Ashraf. I thought he was going to have a go himself there. He probably should have, if anything. But it does look like it is going to end up being 3-0 in the end, which is a fairly solid result. You know, it's nothing groundbreaking, but, you know, we're not going to have those sort of 6. I think we got 6 against them last season. Those results are still going to come, you know, few and far between. Partizan are they're not a pushover, but we've sort of proved that. I don't know when the last time they actually beat us was. It was certainly several years ago, that's for sure. We're coming up to 90 games unbeaten in the league, nearly 3 years. And Sidibe is man of the match with the 2 goals, but Eccles still got himself an 8.2. Still a little bit low, actually, considering Savicevic and the like got, you know, and Ashraf got even higher than him. I think he did okay, personally. But hey, we shall have to see. I still think we can get the record points tally. I think 88 points is still a potential for us. With the games that we've got remaining, I think there's a real opportunity for us to get the most ever, basically. So we'll obviously be joining you in the next episode for the final game of the season, which is against Radniki. And some of these games look pretty damn winnable, I have to say. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please do drop a like on the video. And if you'd like it even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Red Star and Outcaster icons in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the final game of the season against Radniki. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.